We are live. Getting ready for a brand new segment. We are live. We are recording. And away we go. Switch that off. Oh yeah. Oh, so good. How long do we have, Adam Mensch?
40 seconds, Benny.
Copy that. Just gotta check something. Oh yeah, we're rolling. Alright. How long do we have now, Adam Mensch?
10 seconds.
Copy that. Make sure that's switched off. Kia ora, my friends. How do you do? I, Benny Ward, am here in the garden for another cold open. This is MML 119. And it's not that cold, but we're going to warm ourselves up with a brand new segment. I'll tell you about that shortly. We'll take a look back at the week that was. We'll have this day in rock history. We'll do live gardening. We will have joke of the week. We'll play what's in the bag. And fittingly, at the end of the show, we'll have a final thought. All those things and many more are coming up right here, right now, on Monday Morning Live. Let's kick off with our brand new segment. Just cooked myself some mushrooms. Welcome to Breakfast with Benny. Now for Breakfast with Benny today, some mushrooms that I got from the Nelson Shroomery. They have a stall at the Marlborough Farmers Market every Sunday morning. You might notice that the set is just a little bit cluttered today, a little bit full. In fact, you could almost say we haven't got mushroom. No. That doesn't even make sense. We do have mushrooms. Oyster mushrooms. Pleurotus austriatus. And as I say, they came from my good friends Yarnish and Eden from the Nelson Shroomery. Just going to make sure that's not too hot. I'm just going to move this out of the way very carefully. Pop it over there. Alright, let's enjoy some oyster mushrooms. Now, I've just lightly fried these mushrooms in a little bit of olive oil. Olive oil that I got, actually it was pressed at the farm that I work at, Golden Mile Produce. Shout out to Stephen and Sally. Shout out to Renee, thanks for joining. So, roasted with a little bit of olive oil, and I've just seasoned them very lightly with a little bit of Marlborough flaky sea salt. Available every Sunday morning at the Marlborough Farmers Market from the information kiosk, the People's Kiosk. Let's enjoy some oyster mushrooms now. Delish. Love it. Have some more of those shortly. Breakfast with Benny. Brand new segment here. Monday Morning Live. Right, how should we kick off? We're going to do live gardening. We're going to propagate some thyme. Someone commented. No, something popped up down the bottom of the screen. What should we do? What should we do? Let's do this day in rock history. On this day, in 1962, it was the very first live public performance by a little rock band from Liverpool. Now this band, that used to be known as the Quarrymen, had recently appointed a new drummer. This drummer was born Richard Starkey, but the world would go on to know him as Ringo Starr. That's right, 63 years ago today, the first ever live performance by the full lineup of the Fab Four, the Beatles. I've got a feeling we're going to be hearing a lot more about the Beatles in this day in rock history. I think they're going to be big. You heard it here first. Those mushrooms are yummy. In fact, why does the mushroom always get invited to parties? Because he's such a fun guy. No? Still nothing? Don't worry, we'll get a joke of the week out there, one way or another. Shout out to Brett, thank you for joining. all the way from, you still in Perth, Brett? Perth, Western Australia. Going out to a global audience worldwide, Monday morning live. Oh, I said worldwide. Worldwide. Y'all. Live gardening. Let's do it. Now, 3 weeks ago on the show, I propagated from this very time plant. I propagated some thyme using the Benny's 6100 series propagator unit. Available in the gift shop, why not buy two? Now, if you get in really close at a mensch, show's producer, you can see now it's just sitting in water, high quality H2O, because, after all, you can never underestimate the value of water. Just sitting in the water with a little toothpick, the Benny's toothpick system across the top so they don't sink in too low. And they've started to produce roots now. So it's time to plant this thyme on. Time to plant this thyme on. It wasn't meant to be a pun. You're going to do it into one of these 1.3 litre pots. And it's filled with a high-grade Dalton's potting mix. Now, as we know, Dalton's don't sponsor Monday Morning Live. Yet. I'm going to use the Benny's 6100 series seedling planter, just to make a little hole in the Dalton's potting mix there. And I'm just going to very carefully grab one of these little thyme seedlings. Pick the one that's got the nicest roots. Oh, that one there, that's the one. That's a ripper. You can see the roots there, and I'm very careful not to hold the seedling by the stem, just hold it by one of the sort of lateral leaves. See the roots? There it goes. I'm just going to lightly pat that down. And what do we do when we plant something new? Give it some water, because you can never underestimate the value of water. Give it a few spritzers there using the Benny's 6100 series spritzer. Available in the gift shop, why not buy two? There's your live gardening. Right, I think we should play. Hang on. Dramatic pause. Drum roll, please. I think we should play What's in the Bag? What's in the bag today comes to you courtesy of my good friend Melissa. Now, she has Sweet Creations, a little food cart that is at the Marlborough Farmers Market every Sunday morning from 9 till 12. And she has very kindly supplied a Black Forest Moose Dome. Look at that, how good does that look? Just the perfect thing to wash down those oyster mushrooms. Now, I'm going to just grab myself a wooden spoon. Don't mention the league. I'm going to enjoy some of this moose dome now. Oh, surprise! It's got 2 layers. Multi-layered. A bit like myself. There's a lighter layer on top and a darker layer at the bottom. Let's try some. Yummo. Oh, I don't know what I like most. The light chocolate on the top or the dark? Trust me, I had some more of that soon. Love it. Oh, love the chocolate, the light or the dark. Speaking of the word dark, here we go, folks. Strap yourselves in for this one. Why do they spell the word dark with a K and not a C? Because you don't see in the dark. It's taken me most of the show, but I got there. And I got there courtesy of my daughter Eliza, and she thought of that joke. She's 6 years old and she's already funnier than me. Mind you, that's not too hard. Speaking of Eliza, my beautiful 6-year-old daughter, it leads me nicely into our final thought. I want to tell you about my weekend. In particular, I want to tell you about Saturday. I woke up to the sound of my 6-year-old daughter singing in her bedroom. I made myself a cup of tea and sat in the sun listening to a podcast. We went shoe shopping with Corbin and Eliza. We got some groceries. We went home. I mowed the lawns. We had a nice dinner. The kids went off to bed. And Renee and I watched a bit of telly. Some people might say that's a pretty ordinary day. But here's our final thought. One man's ordinary day is another man's perfect day. And days like that with my family, to me, are perfect. Righto, let's lighten things up as we finish. We've propagated our time. Thank you for your time. I, Benny Ward, can be seen anytime you want on my YouTube channel, which is Monday Morning Live. Nice and simple, just like myself. You can see me anytime you want on Monday Morning Live. You can see me every Monday Morning Live here on Monday Morning Live. You can see me every Sunday morning at the Marlborough Farmers Market. And I will see you next time in the garden. Because diamonds are forever. So is Monday Morning Live. Good show. Good show today. Oh, it's got raspberry in the middle too. Whoa. Holy moly. Oh, I guess that's why it's called a black forest, because it's got black and white and raspberry. Huh. Mm. Thank you to Melissa at Sweet Creations. Thank you to Yanish and Eden at Nelson Shroomery. And thank you to all of you. Have a great day. Whether you have an ordinary day or a perfect day, enjoy your day.